Welcome back to that time. It's basically I've been killing slimes for 300 years and I'm maxed out. In a review, episode number two. Yep, episode number two. This is discussing episodes 2 through 4 of the anime, and I'm going to take a break here from this. I'll come back to read the second book, but I will also start another anime right after this one. I'm going to do right now. It's going to be the Executioner and her way of life. Yes, if you look it up, it's a Yuri series. Why? Just cause. I'll tell you when I get to it. So each of these episodes we're introduced to more characters. In the case of basically the second episode, here come the daughters. Yeah, we have these two the slime spirits that are pretty much in a way deemed as his daughters. Yep, they're introduced here. And, well, the older one tries to kill her, but then later, of course, they basically call it off. And then basically live together, the four of them. And then the very next episode, we had an elf show up. Yes, an elf. We have another episode introduced two characters. Last time was two twins. This time it's an elf and a demon. Who, for some reason, they refer to as a guy, even though it's clearly a woman. Like referred to as Lord, even though they could call her Lady Beelzebub. Her name is Beelzebub, the elf woman who reminds me a lot of Shira, how much of an airhead she is. Though you mentioned, oh yeah, she runs apothecary. I'm like, yeah, that actually I've heard that in one or internet side of this one we have a character who runs apothecary, and that is of all series banished from the Hero Party, a series reviewed late last year. Yeah, her name is Haruka. Yep. And she had to flee her hometown because they cast her out because they were afraid a demon lord, a demon was going to kill them because supposedly her energy drink poisoned her. And it turns out, nope, it didn't do anything less. She just suffered a fever. The drink, she loved the drink, and she chased it out of her purely because she really wanted that drink. Due to a misunderstanding, though, she ends up basically becoming Haruka does becoming Arusa's niece, her basically her second pupil. Biaza basically briefly fights the strongest witch in the world, gets him defeated thanks to a barrier they enacted in the very same episode. Mm-hmm. That's episode 3, mind you. There's also a thing where I think they do register her as a member of the guild with this one, and, well, there's also a Wanna poster for her, obviously. Not a lot happened with that one, but 4 was quite interesting. Basically, it's revealed at the end of episode 3 that Luca has to go home. The reason? Her sister's getting married. How nice of her. So, all of them go to the wedding. Though Luca is basically in her dragon form, introduced first to her sister, her fiance, which basically Haruka does ask the obvious question. Of course, they asked about love prior to this one. Like, how'd you two meet? Oh yeah, we're old childhood friends, and we were and of course they said, oh yeah, we were reunited after 80 years, and they just fell in love and they got engaged. Yep. And I'm like, okay, there's nothing really wrong with that. Nothing wrong with asking that. And of course they introduced Luca's parents. Of course they thanked him for taking care of the daughter. And then of course blue dragons show up. Of course I mentioned about Volcano Partis. Yes, blue dragons. Luca is a red dragon. And apparently the blue dragons are bullies. Yep, they freeze the food. And then of course, oh yeah, they're gonna freeze the hot spring. And they go there, look after it, and Beelzebub just stops them really easily thanks to her spell. Yes, she is there because she basically knows what the hot springs is, volcano. And of course, then of course, after capturing all the dragons, Asuma basically goes to Frate, I think that's her name. This is she introduced in this episode. Basically, first tells her go to the human form, and then she negotiates basically something. First, you have a bill to pay. You see how much damage you did? You gotta pay this. Plus, we're gonna negotiate a non-aggression pact between the red and blue dragons, which she immediately accepts. And she did with him to the wedding reception, no much problem at all. We do see Luca's sister in her human form, And I gotta say, Luca's sister is very beautiful. And I'm sure that most women probably would find her husband very handsome. I'm surprised Summer does not basically. Oh, I keep forgetting her name. Is Azusa. Yes, Azusa. She basically does not comment. Apparently, she's got no time for romance at all because of all the work. Because basically, she's lazy. Yep. But pretty fun series for. Excuse me about that. Yes, I had a quick yawn. Not because basically I thought the series was boring, because I was a bit tired. I needed a drink. So, yeah, pretty good set of episodes. I thoroughly enjoyed them. We're probably going to use some more characters as time goes on, but this has been for 3 pretty fun episodes. Yep. So, yeah, that's a particular view. Next up is going to be a Comic Corner, and then it's going to be Overlord, okay? Next video. Bye.